on the clock, and Tennessee got rolling. Once they got that interception, that was a thing of beauty, and from then on, they just pulverized.
Absolutely. Well, tonight's in-studio guest will be assistant coach Don Colquitt, and we will have the Player of the Week interview will be Connor Riggs. He's a senior, number 50. He plays guard, plays a little center, plays a little bit of linebacker. So he's a pretty versatile kid.
And, he definitely is. He was one of the ones that helped put Scott High School to sleep Friday night.
Yes, and I tell you what, Maddox and Benjamin's are really coming along with the 1-2 punch. There's some nice passes there.
I tell you what was amazing is the fact he only was completing 37% of his passes, and after Friday night, he's now at 51%, and he's doing quite well.
He's showing improvement each game. I think what's he got, about 6 TDs this year? So far. So very proud of what the kids accomplished this Friday. But, Walt, I'm going to turn it over and let you run down some scores from around East Tennessee for Friday night's games.
Well, certainly. First of all, Clinton and their big win over Scott High School, 48-13. Thing of beauty, and it's what the doctor ordered for the Dragons. Anderson County 35, Bearden 18. Also, a future Dragon opponent, Carnes, they lost to Gibbs 35-14. And it was Meigs County over Kingston 48-13. Also, it was Coalfield walloping Greenback 60-0. Campbell County, which is the Dragons' Friday night foe at the Clinton football field, they got their first win of the year. They're now 1-2. They defeated Kings Academy 21-13. Also, future Dragons opponent Heritage defeated William Blount 35-14. Also, it was Knoxville Halls 20, Fulton 14, Knoxville West 38, Farragut 3, Oakdale 38, Sunbright nothing. Oliver Springs walloping Harriman 40-14. Powell 35, Oak Ridge 7. Oak Ridge 0-2 on the year, and actually they're 0-3 as far as from last year. They've got a 3-game losing streak, which is very rough for the Oak Ridge Wildcats. Rockwood 30, Midway 27, Sevier County 42, Lenoir City 6, which is a future Dragon opponent. And also games this week, of course, Clinton hosting Campbell County, Anderson County hosting Fulton. Harriman is at Greenback, Knoxville Halls at Hardin Valley, Powell is at Heritage, which also Powell and Heritage future Dragon foes. Lenoir City at Kings Academy, Coalfield at Midway, Carnes is at Oak Ridge, Oakdale at Oliver Springs, Sunbright at Rockwood, and Oneida at Wartburg Central. And that's a pretty good rundown right there.
Yeah. Well, I would just want to add to that Heritage and William Blount. A buddy of mine, the assistant principal of William Blount, always makes a wager with Heritage. So he had to dress all in red this past week. So congratulations to Heritage beating William Blount out there as well.
That's something else. And so he actually... he's from William Blount?
Yeah, he's the assistant principal, which he used to call some of our games when we had our sister station at WGAP.
Oh, okay.
We used to do the play-by-play for the Maryville Rebels on WGAP, and he was the announcer. But he lost his bet, but he lived up to it.
Well, they're still doing pretty good this year, but they had a close one and a good one there. I'm sure they have a very healthy rivalry there.
Yeah. Well, we've got Campbell County starting this Friday night at 7 p.m. as kickoff. And what are you expecting out of that?
I'm thinking we're going to get another win. Probably won't be quite as easy as Scott, but Campbell County's having a lot of problems getting their offense rolled out, and I don't think Campbell County's got the horses that a Cleveland has or Knoxville West. And I think we will be up to the task probably by 10 to 14 points.
Well, my understanding is that if we get the win against Campbell County, that puts us in for a playoff berth.
It is automatic because 4 of our 5 teams make the playoffs, and that would knock out Campbell County or whoever ends up, because there's a lot of teams fairly close. You've got Carnes and Lenoir City and even Oak Ridge right now that, are fairly even in ability, or at least at this moment.
And, of course, Anderson County's opponent this week will be?
Well, Lord, that one I forgot for a second, and I have no idea why I forgot that. That's a senior moment that is hitting me. Knoxville-Fulton is at Anderson County.
Knoxville-Fulton. Okay. Any other games that it's going to be have a lot of implications?
Well, let's see. Harriman at Greenback. Harriman is doing quite well in the single A ranks. Powell at Heritage. They're two of our non-region opponents later on in the year. Lenoir City, which is at King's Academy, they're not playing that good at the moment, and that also could be a possible other win for us before the year is out. Coalfield at Midway, that's a big region matchup for them. Carnes at Oak Ridge is a big region matchup. Oak Ridge will need to get the win on their side of things to get, get their head back into things.
Well, Walt, let me ask you, do you recall when the last time that Oak Ridge has lost 3 games in a row?
I've not noticed it in quite some time. They're usually at the top of the pack, and I don't really understand. They must have a lot of key injuries. I've not really researched them real closely. Must have, because losing to Powell 35-7, I would expect that game to have been within 14 or 10 points or even 7.
Yeah. Well, you can never count Oak Ridge out. They get better as the season goes along. So we've got 3 schools here in our county that, we wish them well until they play Clinton.
No, that's exactly right.
But tell you what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and take a 2-minute break. We'll be right back with the OEB Law Tuesday night sports talk here on WYSH.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OEB Law, we stand with you because communication is key.
Trucks. Are you in the market for a reliable truck? Look no further than 865 Autos. We've got trucks of all sizes and colors. Big trucks, little trucks, red trucks, blue trucks. We've got them all. With over 20 trucks in stock and ready to hit the road, finding your perfect match is easier than ever. Visit us today at 865autos.com or stop by our dealership in downtown Clinton, Tennessee. Drive away in the truck of your dreams from 865 Autos.
Hello, this is Carol at Clinton True Value Home Center. We have been serving our customers for many years, and we are still here to serve you. We are a source for all projects, commercial and home use. Our September bargain of the month is Pennzoil, quarts of oil, tape rulers, wheelbarrows, primers, and more. We are located at 130 JD Industrial Parkway in Clinton, Tennessee. Our phone number is 865-457-1593.
As a homeowner, I'm always looking for peace of mind, especially when I have a costly, unplanned expense, like a cooling system repair or replacement. That's when I turn to the eScore Quality Contractor Network. They're the pros who've been specially trained and approved by TVA and your local power company. The quality contractors are licensed and insured, so you can be assured the job will be done right and inspected for free. Contact your local power company or visit energyright.com to learn more.
Welcome back into the OEB Law Tuesday night sports talk here at WYSH. I'm going to do a big shout out to my friend Tim Elrod. Thank you again, Tim, for sponsoring our show. I know he's happy that Anderson County is 3-0.
But they're 2-0. They didn't play.
That's right.
Against Johnson City, actually Science Hill is their call.
Oh, okay. So what did they do in that? Did they just mark that off, or does it?
Yeah, they just mark that off. That doesn't go against them or for them, and it may come towards the last of the year. It might slightly hurt them if another team's 10-0, and they might, barely a team 10-0 might beat them out by 1 or 2 in the rankings or something. but I'm not sure. It technically is not supposed to, mess them up at all.
Yeah. Well, what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is I'm gonna go ahead and throw out the Fastlane Auto Repair trivia question for tonight, courtesy of Fastlane Auto Repair. And if you are the first caller with the correct answer, you will win a free oil change, $50 value. And that's right there on Baxter Avenue, right off Charles Severs Boulevard, right across from Y12 Credit Union. But my trivia question for tonight is where is former quarterback Josh Keith playing his college career? Who's he playing with? Again, former quarterback Josh Keith, where is he playing his college career at right now? First caller at 865-457-1380 will win that gift certificate. And we do want to shout out to some of our people that are tuned in to us on Facebook: Leonard Scarborough, Larry Fowles, Jay Carter, just to mention a few. And Walt, it was a spectacular night for the alumni at Clinton this past Friday.
It certainly was. I know it was, what is his name, Jason Rhodey? Jason Rhodey was there. Also, Jerry Shattuck was there. I'm not sure of some of those other guys were out there. I know you talked to a bunch of those guys, and I should know them in person, but it was David C. Fritz, 1971 top player. He was considered by most people, including myself, one of the two best running backs Clinton has ever had.
Well, him and Scotty Witt always go to comparison, yes. But, I did get to talk to a lot of the alumni out there, just, a bunch of humble groups. Bear Stevens said it best. He pointed out there on the field and says, hey, that's where some of my best memories were made right there, and they stick with you for life. And some of the stories that was shared there was awesome. And of course, I want to mention our Lowe's Toes Pass for Cash contestant was Max Bertram. He showed up. He's a class of '87 alumni.
He came closer than anybody I've actually ever seen.
He hit that ball right on target. If he just went just a little bit over to the left, I think that he would have hit it.
I'll tell you what, he could still quarterback.
Well, he was making jokes at the game. He said, well, he said, I didn't get to start. He said, I got to ride the bench. I said, so you were the Mr. 84 Lumber superlative for Clinton. So
that's it.
No, Max is a great person, doing well. He's got a great family. And it was great to see so many alumni to show up for the event. So, but Jerry Shattuck, David C. Fritz. I would have loved to, back in that era, would love to see David C. Fritz play. I think that he shared some playing time with my brother-in-law that's now deceased, Gary Watson. So I think they were one of the first teams to beat Oak Ridge.
Yes.
So, but anything else?
Well, I'm trying to recall. I'll go over some of the polls here that we've got from Class A. Cofield is number 3. They're 3-0. Oliver Springs is number 5. They're 2-1. Oakdale is number 16. Harriman still number 18, still getting some respect even after losing to Oliver Springs. But Oliver Springs, of course, number 5. Class 2A, Tellico Plains, they're number 11. They had a running back that last week, the week before last, had over 300 yards rushing, and that's why Tellico Plains is now the talk of 2A at the moment. He had 21 rushes for 305 yards.
Wow.
And number 19, Oneida in 2A. 3A, Alcoa, number 1. They're 1-1. Their other game was thrown out because of the same thing as the other one with Anderson County and Science Hill. Meigs County's number 4. Johnson County's number 8. Gatlinburg-Pittman's number 9. Pigeon Forge 11. And Kingston is number 20. And also in 4A, Anderson County is 2-0. Loudon is number 11. Gibbs is number 14. In 5A, it's Knoxville West. They're number 3. Sevier County is number 4. They're 3-0. Ray County, which had a big win over Knoxville Central, is number 12. Knoxville Carnes is number 19. They might be favored playing Oak Ridge on Friday night because Carnes is number 19 in 5A right now.
Wow.
And also 6A, Maryville's number 3, Cleveland's number 5, Science Hill's number 10. So in effect, you've got Cleveland at number 5 and West at number 3 in 6A and 5A respectively. That is 2 teams that Clinton has already played. So it shows Clinton played a murderous row schedule to start the season.
Well, when you start out with the big dogs, I mean, you're going to get better at the end of the year. You learn so much. You can go back and study that film and make your adjustments and start playing to get into the playoffs. And again, Friday night, there's an opportunity if Clinton takes care of business that they will be in the first round playoffs.
Well, what I'm liking so far about Clinton is there is never a lack of effort. They are really going after it every single second. They don't let up. They sometimes may get over anxious. They had a few turnovers early on in the game Friday night, but they just kept getting better and better as the night went on and corrected their mistakes and did very well. I mean, Friday was particularly after the starting in the second and the mid part of the second quarter from then on, the Dragons were just super duper.
Yeah, and I think Maddox is averaging over 114 yards receiving in the past 3 games.
He's done quite well. I mean, and he's sure-handed. I mean, last time I saw a guy that sure-handed was, 50 years ago when Larry Severs was here. I mean, catching the ball and cradling it the way you're supposed to.
Yeah. I want to do a shout out to one of my friends in Pensacola, Florida. He's tuned in to Facebook, Casey Hunt. He is from Alabama, and he is a Tennessee Vol fan.
Well, we like that.
Yeah, we love that. And hi to Nicole. She's watching BBB TV 12. And if you're around the Knoxville area, you can tune in to channel 1086 at BBB TV 12. We want to thank Brad for airing this. But I'm going to go ahead and lead up to the next commercial break, and we'll be back here in 3 minutes with the OEB Law Tuesday Night Sports Talk here on WYSH.
It's football time in Tennessee, and Hammer's Dry Goods is stocked up with game day clothing for the entire family. We're also receiving new shipments of clothing every day for hiking, fishing, and outdoor fun. Ladies and girls boutique fashions are 25% off Hammer's regularly low marked prices. Check out our huge inventory of ladies boutique style shoes and boots at discount prices. Come and see our complete fall line of ladies fashion goods and accessories from Simply Southern. Select from a special purchase of comfort color sweatshirts, long sleeve tees, all at Hammer's low prices, and choose from our largest inventory of Wrangler ATG hiking and work pants. We also have stacks upon stacks of famous brand men's boots for $99. Visit Hammer's Facebook and Instagram for daily deals and new items. Come and see us at our new location in the big brick building right across from Anderson County High School, or visit our other locations in Sevierville, Wartburg, Halls, and New Tazewell. If you miss a day, you miss a bargain at Hammer's.
Hi, I'm Tim Elrod. Over the years, you've heard us at OEB Law say, let us turn your wreck into a check. We still do that for many families, but I want to take the time to go beyond the slogan. I think I've learned over the years, and more every day, that the most important thing for an attorney to understand is the value of being a partner to you. When you and your family call an attorney, you're calling because you need some help. You need someone to pull alongside you and stand with you. We understand the process of the legal system. You probably don't. So it's our responsibility to keep you informed about every step of the process. You're going to have questions about what's going on. What's next? What do I need to know? Our responsibility is to guide you through the process with the information that you need, the answers to your questions, and the assurance that we have your back at OEB Law. You have my word. We stand with you because communication is key.
Who can make your car, truck, or automobile look brand new? Detail Pros. Who can help you protect your second largest investment, your automobile, from the harsh elements? Detail Pros.
Our ceramic coating comes with a 10-year coating, but with a lifetime warranty. We offer pickup delivery. We also have a loaner car program at no extra cost to our customers. Our website is detail-prostn.com. 865-900-1901. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. We've been really blessed. All of our reviews were 5-star all the way. We haven't had any negative reviews, any negative feedback, because we want to make sure everybody leaves 100% satisfied. I'm Dwayne, owner-operator here at Detail Pros, and we guarantee that you'll be happy with your service and your experience here at Detail Pros. Detail-prostn.com. 865-900-1901.
Welcome back into the OEB Law Tuesday Night Sports Talk. And joining me in studio has just arrived is Connor Riggs. He is a senior playing for the Clinton Dragons. He plays center and guard, and I understand a little bit of defense on linebacker.
Yes, sir.
But what I'm going to do, Connor, I'm going to come back to you here in just a few moments.
Okay.
We still have not got a winner for the $50 gift certificate from Fast Lane Auto Repair. The trivia question is, where is former quarterback Josh Keith playing his college career at right now? If you're caller number one, and the number is 865-457-1380, we'll give you that free certificate. But I believe that we've got a call coming in right now. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, Jasper.
Hey, Mike. How are you?
Hey, I'm just going to tell you there because I know that young fella sitting next to you can tell you exactly where he's playing at. But I know, too, Josh Keith is at UT Martin.
He's at UT Martin. No, he's up here at the studio. He ain't at UT Martin right now. No. Yes, you are correct, Mike. And I tell you what, sorry about last week. We couldn't get to all the calls that came in.
Well, I think y'all are having a few technical difficulties as well.
No, that was all on Sleepy. He gave us the wrong file.
Hey, well, I figured you'd blame it on Sleepy, Ron, or Walt there.
Now, we got it all figured out. You know, these systems, they've got to be very technical with us, and sometimes we're not all tech savvy around here. So, but we got it squared away.
What I understand there from your boss, though, it's going to start getting better there, because I think at some point we're looking for WYSH to start doing audio.
Well, that's what Ron Meredith is putting on us. I think that we will do that at some time. Of course, we've got James David, his son, that's helping us out in the booth and doing some things with us that's going to give us the opportunity to expand in that area a little bit. So we're
That'd be great then.
Looking forward to it.
Who's that young fella with the gun show next to you over there?
That would be Walt.
Walt?
Young fella, where?
Hey, you know Walt drives around town with the shirt off and the top down all the time.
That's pretty funny.
Good deal, then. All right, Jasper, I'll let you go and get to your guest there, buddy, and I'll be in touch here in a few days.
All right. Well, congratulations on winning that $50 gift card from Fast Lane Auto Repair.
All righty. Thank you.
All righty. Thank you.
Okay, bye.
All right. Yeah, I guess he was talking about you with those guys. So what's your relation to Mike? Mike Hendricks, that caller that just called in, he apparently knows you.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't.
Okay. Well, welcome in to the show, and I appreciate the time for you to coming up that you're spending with us tonight. But let's go ahead and ask this. Are your friends and your family, are they tuned in tonight?
I believe so. I've told my friends, to my family, so hopefully they've tuned in to listen to it.
Do you want to go ahead and start off by doing a shout out to anybody?
Well, first of all, I'd like to do a shout out to, of course, the Lord for giving me the blessings to be around here and have the opportunity to do this. And then I'd like to thank my coaches, my family, for giving me the opportunities as well to do this.
Well, great. That's, your faith is always a great thing, and sounds like you've got your priorities straight in life. But I mentioned that you play offense, you play a little bit of defense.
Yes, sir.
What side of the ball do you like playing the best?
Well, I think I probably preferred offense just a little bit more because I know offense like the back of my hand. I know everything about it. I know I can play it very well. I like defense because the tempo is a little bit higher, but I like the fact that on offense you can get the tempo that high. Whenever it does get that high, you're rolling and you can't stop.
Understand.
Yes, sir.
So what age were you when you started playing football? Where was it at?
I was about 4 years old, and I started at South Clinton Chargers.
And was Hammock your coach then?
Yes, sir.
Well, I think he hand selects all the South Clinton players up there because we've had a handful of that started in South Clinton. South Clinton has always been a good program. I can remember, when I was out at Claxton coaching against Jason Hammock, and I could just always look at him and tell him that it was just really inside him because he got emotional in the little league games.
Yes, sir.
So, but let me ask you, Connor, who has been the most influence on you on the team, and explain why?
I would think now probably Coach Hammock because after the whole situation that we had, when Coach Hammock stepped up and put things aside to help us, I think that showed me that I can do the same thing, and I can put everything I have into football to go and win games and make this season happen.
Well, which coach do you think is the hardest on you to make sure that you improve from week to week?
I think Coach Colquitt is. He really shows. He tells us what we did wrong, and he tells us what we did good, but all he is there to help and make us better.
Now, do you have any sights set on playing at the next level?
If I have the opportunity to, I'd like to go play. But if I don't get the opportunity, that's not my main focus.
Okay. Now, what schools would you like to go to, or do you have any sights set on?
I would like somewhere closer, probably Maryville, Carson Newman, places like that.
Okay. Well, give me a rundown of what your daily routine is. I mean, from waking up to the time of the morning, you've got a busy schedule. You've got to juggle those times between classes and a breakfast and workouts and such as. So give me a rundown what your routine usually looks like.
When I wake up in the mornings, I normally get up, get ready for school, eat breakfast. And then when I get to school, I have gym class first period. So I go in there and I stretch every morning. Try to get a quick workout in, maybe a quick jog, run, just get warmed up for the day. And then, of course, I go through my classes. And then towards the end of the day, we had football classes. So we go in there, we have a meeting with Coach Colquitt. And then after that, we have workouts, or we go into practice and start warming up on things. And then after that, I go home, I spend time with my friends and family.
Sounds good. So who are some of your favorite teachers in your classroom?
Probably Coach Lockard, just because he's out to help everybody. I can go to him and ask him anything, any type of advice, and he's always there for me. And Mr. McMillan, he's really out. He's helped me a lot through the 4 years of school, so I appreciate him for that too.
I think that we had our player on last week said the same thing. It was Coach Lockard and Mr. McMillan.
Yeah.
So you guys get to have a lot of interaction with those two coaches, and of course I know Chris and
yes, sir.
Know Mr. McMillan as well. But so let's sit back here. You have a lifeline worth $1 million to help you with anything you need help with. Who are you going to call?
Probably my dad.
Probably your dad.
Yeah.
And what role has your dad taken in life with football?
Man, my dad, ever since I was little, there's been many times I come home, I don't want to do this anymore, and he's always told me, you got to. Not that he was pushing me to do it, but that he knew that at one day I'd be to where I am now. And I thank him so much for that, for pushing me to get me where I am.
Now, does he set up in the stands on Friday night?
Yes, sir, every Friday.
Okay. And what kind of action is he nervous? Does he?
He's into it. He's up for anything. Any type of big hits, any type of touchdowns, he's up hooping and hollering. He loves it.
Yeah. Well, it's great that he comes out there to support you, and that's what parents are supposed to do. And not every parent gets to go out and support their kids. Some of them have to watch them from home. Some don't even bother to come out to watch their kids play. So,
yes, sir.
I want to commend your dad for being out there supporting you. But what has been your fondest memory so far as a Dragon?
Probably last year, second round of playoffs when we beat Oak Ridge. That's been my favorite up so far.
That's been your favorite.
Yes, sir.
I think that if I ask everyone on the team, that's going to be their favorite memory. If I ask every Clinton Dragon alumni what their favorite game last year was, it was the Oak Ridge.
Yes, sir.
Do you think you'll be able to top what you did last year?
Yes, sir. I think we do. I think this year we'll be excited because we won the state championship.
What areas do you think that your team needs to improve in?
I think that we have a young team this year, so I think that if everybody grows up and everybody buys into the same thing, which we're working on right now, I think that'll be the biggest thing, and that'll take us a long ways.
And final question before we end the interview, but as you leave Clinton High School and you graduate this year, what do you want to be remembered most for?
I probably want to be remembered most as the guy that didn't care about the name on the back. I was more worried about the name on the front. I wanted what's best for everyone else and for us all to be together and have the same reward.
Is there anything that I've not asked you that you would like to share with our listeners or Dragon alumni to let them know who Connor Riggs is?
Not really, other than the fact of I'm all for Clinton, no matter what. I'll be here the rest of my life.
So after you graduate, you're going to come back and you're going to be on the other side of the fence.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to tell you to soak it up your senior year. Take every moment and enjoy your football game. But Connor, again, I appreciate you for coming up tonight.
Yes, sir.
And what we'll do, Melissa, is go ahead and take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with the OEB Law Sports Talk on Tuesday night in 2 minutes.
As a homeowner, I'm always looking for peace of mind, especially when I have a costly, unplanned expense, like a cooling system repair or replacement. That's when I turn to the eScore Quality Contractor Network. They're the pros who've been specially trained and approved by TVA and your local power company. The quality contractors are licensed and insured, so you can be assured the job will be done right and inspected for free. Contact your local power company or visit energyright.com to learn more.
Exciting news from Shylock's Pond. They've got a big sale going on. Everything in the outside sales area will be marked down. And they have several items: chainsaws, bicycles, generators, table saws, and much more. Hurry in because this sale ends September 30th at Shylock's Pond, 1204 Clinch Avenue in Clinton, 865-457-2960. And remember, if you need money, Shylock's has cash for you.
Hello, everyone. This is John Sleepy Williams with this week's Clinton Dragons football history lesson. The history lesson this week is on the all-time football series between the Clinton Dragons and the Campbell County Cougars. Clinton leads the all-time series with 32 wins to 11 losses. However, the second half of the series has become much more competitive. The two schools have played each other for the last 21 seasons, starting in 2003, with Clinton winning 11 of those games and Campbell County 10. The series began in 1975 as La Follette and Jacksboro consolidated to form Campbell County Comprehensive High School. Clinton defeated Campbell County in 1975 in the last game of the season, 49-18. The next season, in 1976, the Dragons, behind quarterback Johnny Burham and a pair of All-State linemen and Larry Cannon and Bruce Creekmore, went on the road for the first time to defeat Campbell County 24-12. Campbell County got their first win in the series over Clinton in 1977, defeating the Dragons 21-2. That win over the Dragons was the Cougars' last until 2003, a span of 19 straight Dragon victories. The first win in that streak of 19 wins was in 1978 as quarterback Calvin Moretz threw a touchdown pass to wide receiver Scott Bow in the back of the Cougar end zone in the final minute of a 14-7 Dragon win. In 1981, All-State tailback John Miller rushed for over 200 yards in a season-opening 21-0 shutout of the Cougars. Most of the wins during that 19-game winning streak were lopsided, with only 3 games under 10-point margins. The 1986 team and the 1991 Dragons both scored 61 points on the Cougars. That was the most points scored by a Clinton team against Campbell County until last year, as the Dragons defeated Campbell County 55-14 in Jacksboro to snap a 3-game losing streak in the series. Prior to that, Clinton's last win over Campbell County was in 2019, a 12-7 victory by the Dragons in the downpour at Dragon Stadium. Clinton and Campbell County will get together this Friday night at 7 o'clock at Dragon Stadium. It will be senior night. So come on out and support the Dragons. I would like to thank everyone for listening to the history lesson. My name is John Sleepy Williams, and we'll see you next week.
Welcome back into the OEB Law Tuesday night sports talk here at WYSH. That was John Sleepy Williams with the history lesson. He's got the factual information week in, week out for some of the upcoming games. And joining me in studio is assistant coach Don Colquitt. Welcome into the show, Don.
Thanks for having me.
Tell everybody that doesn't know Don Colquitt, but if you're out there on Friday nights, you know who he is. He's the guy with the headset that's yelling out there at the kids with a lot of emotions and such as. But Don, tell them what your role is with Clinton, and you've been here. This is your 3rd season? Fourth.
Yes.
Well, I'm losing count.
Yeah. My role is I'm the offensive coordinator and I'm the assistant head coach. So me and Jason, the head coach, we work hand in hand together with the offense.
Now, you've spent many years growing up around the Oak Ridge area. Of course, you're an alumni of Oak Ridge and made a lot of huge impact for the boys club and coached a lot of great athletes. Yes. But let me ask you, what was the transition like coming from Oak Ridge over to Clinton? How did you adapt?
The biggest thing for me to begin with was just changing the colors to orange and black from cardinal and gray. I mean, cardinal and gray has been with all my life, so coaching at Clinton is not something I ever thought about doing. So that was the biggest thing for me. The person I am, I'm going to be the same person wherever I go. I'm going to set the expectations and help develop a standard, and it becomes a culture. So that's what I've tried my best to bring over to Clinton from Oak Ridge.
Yeah, well, it's the game is about passion, and there's no doubt in my mind from watching you on the sidelines, as I was saying earlier, is that you're in there every play. You're involved with a lot of the kids. And let me ask you, you've coached football how many years now?
This will be year 24.
24. Mm-hmm. And all those 24 years that you have coached, what do you think has changed most about the game of football on a high school level?
High school spread offenses. When we came through, it was more physical. Fullback, downhill, meeting linebackers in the hole, and now it's more spread out, more finesse, get athletes out in space and speed of the game. And they've made some rules to make it a little bit easier compared to how when we played.
And what is it that you like most about coaching? What is the feel-good?
The feel-good thing for me is I try to get young men to have confidence in life. Understand that life's going to be tough. You're going to get knocked down. You got to get back up. Teach them to be responsible and some discipline in their life, so when they grow up to be their fathers or husbands, that they can carry on those beliefs that we instill into them, into their marriages or their families, and put into their kids.
Now, again, you've been on both sides of the fence. Over at Oak Ridge, you've coached a lot of talent. There's some Sean Bohannings, Sean Summers, some of the other ones that you have coached, and tell me some of the Clinton players that you've made impact on.
Well, I didn't coach Sean or both the Seans, but I coached them off the field when I seen them. But they were much younger than me, but they played around the time my brother was there and leaving. But the Clinton guys, Lucas Kendall was a heck of a player for us a couple of years ago, a receiver, and that's what I've been doing since I got there. Wesley Phillips, Jeremiah Blauvelt, Dodie Truss, Tamar Marable, Jeremiah Lee, Juwan Goins, guys like that I've coached for a long time. This year, Bryson Maddox. We got a lot of guys that can play at the receiver position. I've been blessed since I've gotten there that our passing game has really taken off, and it's been one of the better ones in the region.
How is it that you get the kids to buy into what Don is selling?
Hopefully it's because they see how hard I work and how passionate I am about it. And it's not about being the best. It's about giving me your best. And we try to instill that every day. If you give your best and play hard, good things can happen.
I don't know, the past 4 years that you've been here, what have you seen in those past 4 years that Clinton is starting to improve on?
Just being a contender each year now. That I know before I got there, it's not about me, but I never gave much consideration about Clinton, when it came to football. At Oak Ridge, we hardly ever lost to him. But my whole thing when I got there with Coach Keith and now Coach Hammett was to help develop a winning culture. So now that when you see Clinton on your schedule, you can't automatically put a W there for that. You've got to play to beat us, and we do have your attention.
Okay. Well, I'm going to pause right there. I'm going to ask if the callers, are you open for any questions or calls? If you'd like to call in and ask Don a question, we'll open those phone calls up, and all you have to do is call 457-1380. And at this time, we're going to go ahead and take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with the OEB Law Tuesday Night Sports Talk here on WYSH.
Number T1727, T1450, T1721, T1713 with approved credit after Ford factory rebate and Rave on Ford discount. When the lights turn on and the game begins, you need a team you can rely on. Hi, I'm Ray Varner at Ray Varner Ford in Clinton, where our strong lineup of vehicles is crafted with the same dedication and hard work that drives our community. Step up your game with the new 24 Ford Maverick Hybrid 25515. Upgrade your drive and your budget with 0% financing for 60 months on this 2023 Ford Escape all-wheel drive, $30,995. Built for the game and built for you. 24 F-150, $34,944. At Ray Varner Ford, we bring you the ultimate in durability with the 24 F-250 4x4 Crew Cab Off-Road Package STX, $59,757. Need car service? Visit our Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center today for all your car maintenance needs. Local you trust, performance you can afford. Ray Varner Ford in Clinton, I-75 exit 122, or shop us online at rayvarnerford.com.
To me, being an attorney means more than practicing just law. It means pulling alongside my clients and being their partner. It means keeping my clients informed through the legal process, which can be overwhelming. At OEB Law, we stand with you because communication is key.
Powell Clinch Utility District wants to make your next home improvement a success. Their appliances are made with you in mind to update your kitchen, laundry room, and provide you with endless hot water. Want to improve your outdoor living? PCUD sells griddles, grills, and fire pits, all powered by natural gas, so you never have to fill a tank again. They also offer appliance installation and 0% financing added directly to your monthly bill. Visit PCUD Showroom in Rocky Top, their website at pcud.org, or call 865-426-2822 to learn more. PCUD is your natural gas provider.
Welcome back into the OEB Law Tuesday night sports talk here on WYSH. I just when I was in the commercial break, we forgot to mention one of the players that has made it very successful in his football career is T. Higgins.
Yes.
And what was that like coaching T? I mean, he's went to Clemson, then went on to play for Cincinnati, and he's making him some fine paychecks now.
Yeah. Coaching T is, I coached against him in middle school. I was at Jefferson. He was a Robert. He was a special player from the time I saw him at the boys club to going against him in middle school, and then getting the opportunity to coach him as a freshman. He's a very quiet guy, go about his business, but when the ball is kicked off, he's a different guy. He makes plays. It's like you see him now when he was at Clemson and when he was in the NFL. When he's in the NFL playing, he makes plays, but he's very humble. Does a lot for his community and his family, and we're very proud of him in Oak Ridge.
Yeah. Well, his mom has got a success story to tell herself.
Yes, she does. She's awesome.
She's a fine lady. I've had the opportunity to meet her.
Yes.
But I want to go ahead and roll it back to last year.
Okay.
You're over here on the Clinton side, as we know that everybody that knows Don knows that you're a Oak Ridge alumni, and what it had to be bittersweet for you. But explain how you felt that night.
Well, it's I have friends that I hang out with and stuff. I always tell people, even our players, I'm a Wildcat for life. That nothing can change that. Coaching 20 years out in Oak Ridge and graduated from there and playing there. That game, anybody that knows me knows if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it 110%. So it's bittersweet, going into Blankenship and being on the other sideline and just looking over there, and it's kind of weird, but once the game gets kicked off, the competitive juices start. So last year, I thought we'd win. I really did. I told my friends coming down at halftime, we're going to win the game. And it wasn't any disrespect to Oak Ridge, because I'll always love Oak Ridge, but I'm at Clinton, and Clinton's going to get my very best. But after that game was over with, I looked over there, my nephew's over there, some guys that I've seen play come through the Oak Ridge system, boys club and middle school. And I talked with a few of them after the ball game and consoled them. I've been there with your last game at Oak Ridge. You grew up your whole life waiting to play there. And then when it's your final game, that you're never going to play there again. So it was bittersweet, but I was definitely happy for our guys. We earned it. We deserved it. And I was very pleased with the outcome.
And we're going to go ahead and get into this next question. He knows what's coming here. Don is a Bama fan, and he's sitting across. He's crunched in the middle between two Tennessee fans. The wild guy wearing orange, but also your brother was the quarterback for the University of Tennessee, and when we were off the mic, we were talking about the story. Jerry was on his way to Alabama and decided to come to Tennessee.
Yes, he was going to go to Alabama. Of course, the majority of my mom's family is from Alabama and half my dad, so I grew up being an Alabama fan. I didn't dislike Tennessee like this love-hate thing. Either you love one side or the other. I've never been like that, but he was going to go to Alabama, and they had a coaching change, and the philosophy of the new coach, which was Gene Stallings, was more of like what Bear Bryant was, run the football, good kicking game and defense. And Jerry wanted to play in an offense where you spread out and throw it around. So he ended up at Tennessee. But he's not at Tennessee now. I tell my friends, he's not there now. So I can wear my Alabama stuff. But I will say this. If Alabama loses a game, I'm okay with it being to Tennessee.
Well, that's good. And like I said, it has been a heated rivalry for so many years. It's one of the oldest college rivalries in the SEC, and there's nothing like a third Saturday in October when Tennessee and Alabama gets together. And I'm just, I hope that history can repeat itself in Neyland Stadium. I'm just going to tell you. I just
definitely have a chance.
Yeah, so, Alabama did struggle with the team this past Saturday, but they pulled away with the victory. And of course, LSU, Brian Kelly's having some problems at LSU this year, and thankfully we've not played any powerhouses. But NC State they were ranked, but. I think
they look good. They look good.
Yes, they did. They're clicking on all cylinders right now. Defensive line just explosive. Yeah. So, and that Pierce is forced to be reckoned with. But anything else you'd like to add or say to our listeners out in Dragon Nation or to alumni?
Well, just to Clinton community that, I'm very thankful that they embraced me and accepted me coming from Oak Ridge over to Clinton. I've enjoyed my time here, and a lot of great coaches I coach with. Coach Keith, good friend of mine.
A Bama fan.
Yeah, he is. But he talked me into coming over because I just never thought about coaching anywhere else but Oak Ridge. But I love it over here, and I've been treated very well, and I'm going to be here for quite a while.
Yeah. Well, I'll never forget the first time that we had Coach Keith on here, which he played for Alabama A&M, I believe it was. Mm-hmm. And Coach John Chavis was his coach. And he called in on the show, and Coach Keith was really touched by that. Yeah. But what we're going to go ahead and do, Don, again, I appreciate you taking the time to come out and talk with us. I don't think that we had any callers. Maybe we answered every question right, and they didn't have any questions. But again, I want to wish you good luck this Friday night. It's a chance for us to get into the playoffs, and that just is sweet music to my ears. Yes. But what we're going to go ahead and do is take a 2-minute break, and we'll be back here with Sports Talk on Tuesday night. OEB Law Tuesday night Sports Talk.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing, anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to the important things, like learning how the printer works. That's simple human sense. Contact Fox Insurance Group at 865-482-0513 or find us online at grayfoxins.com today.
Welcome back into the OEB Law Tuesday night Sports Talk. I forgot, and I want to do this. I think we've got him tuned in, is Coach Jason Hammock. I want to congratulate him on his very first win as head coach as a Clinton Dragon. Didn't he get a nice bath? The kids got him. Congratulations, kids, on getting the coach. Hopefully we'll get a few more of those through the year. Again, we are looking forward to Friday night. I urge everybody in the community to come out, support our Clinton Dragons, yell, make the bleachers rumble, do all that we can to disrupt the offense of Campbell County Cougars. You're listening to OEB Law Sports Talk. And Walt, you got anything to add to sum everything up?
Well, we're glad to have Coach Colquitt here and one of his fine players. And I just hope they put 48 points on the board again on Friday night against Campbell County. And Campbell County's 1-2 coming in. And I think the Dragons have got the wide receivers do what they need to do, and the running is doing well for the Dragons at this point. And when you've got 18 players to replace, they're filling in some holes rather quickly, and I'm glad to see it.
Well, what I seen Friday night is this team, they're growing up very quickly. To this game right here, I think Benjamin's on his target. He's seeing the field much better than what he did those first two games, and I think he's got Maddox as a target, and I think that's a 1-2 punch for the teams that are facing right now.
And I think that taking them on, their coach, they don't pass all that much, and Coach Hammock, the wing T, he knows that, and so does Coach Don Colquitt. They'll know what they're up against, and should be rather interesting on Friday night. Other games of interest will have Fulton at Anderson County. Also, and the other games, Powell at Heritage, two of the Dragons' future foes. Lenore City at Kings Academy as well. Carnes at Oak Ridge, probably one of the few times Oak Ridge might be the underdog in that matchup, and Oakdale at Oliver Springs.
And again, we want to say congratulations to Mike Hendricks for the trivia winners tonight for the Fast Lane Auto Repair. That will do it for this edition of the OEB Law Tuesday Night Sports Talk. We look forward to seeing the community out this Friday night at 7 p.m. against the Campbell County Cougars. Until then, so long, go Dragons.
Wow. You've been listening to Tuesday Night Sports Talk, sponsored by OEB Law. Tune in next Tuesday from 6 to 7 for more sports talk with Jasper and Walt on AM 1380, FM 99.5, FM 101.1, Comcast Channel 1086, and the World Wide Web at WYSHradio.com. Also, check us out on Facebook. Until next week, let's talk sports.
Serving East Tennessee since 1960. W266 AM, W25B6, FM 101.1, FM 90.